offering that we bring into the house, and it shows a real movement on the side of our heart that we really have a heart for God's house. In the book of Exodus 36, Moses brought a need to the people of God. They said they needed to build some sort of a building so that they could meet with God. And the people were so moved by that possibility that they did something which I've never ever seen in any church I've ever been involved in anywhere in the world. They gave so much that the leader actually had to say, okay, that's enough, you can stop giving now. Now, I've never seen that before in my entire life. I'm sure no charity in the whole world has ever seen anything like that before. But that's what happened on that day. You see, what they were doing, they were building a house for God. They were building a place where they could come and worship. They were building a place where God's presence would be. They were building a place where God could demonstrate His power and His glory. And that's what we're seeking to do in the life of our church as well. Those of you who have been having your eyes opened over the last couple of months, you have seen a tremendous work around the building. That everything's been, maintained beautifully, paint on every wall. And for those of you that are watching, there's a doorway from the kitchen into the red space, and the red space is going to be transformed into a kitchen area, and that's going to have a tremendous impact on what we do on a Sunday as well as for our clients during the week. You'll also notice, if you've looked at the boardroom, we've removed a wall there. The boardroom is now a little bit bigger, and so these are the things that we've done. We've got the cafe area finished, and by the way, I've spent all of Heart for the House money from last year. Just thought I'd let you know. All of it's gone, and I enjoyed every minute of it. It was fantastic. So we've got no more money in Heart for the House, and so we're waiting for the end of October, early November for the next installment. What are we going to do with it? Well, over the green space and the red space is an area which is just absolutely fabulous that we want to turn into another room. Another room, because last Sunday we had nearly 100 kids in Sunday school in our kids ministry. That's amazing. And so we're running out of space on a Sunday for what we do with our kids. And it would be a phenomenal building on a midweek as well for whatever we want to do. A big set of stairs going up to the top. And it's just going to look really, really great. And we've got signage coming onto the front of the building within the next month. Get ready for that. It's going to be exciting. And I just wanted to, I suppose, encourage you that, it's a heart for God's house. And it's not really an amount, it's the movement of your heart. It's not really how much you give, but the fact that everyone is involved in it. Every family member, everybody in the life of our church, whether it's kids that are, young and don't get any money from a salary, maybe only get an allowance from their parents, but they can then bring that as an offering. So I want to encourage everyone to be involved. Hang on to your money. At the end of October, beginning of November, we're going to receive that offering. And I just wanted to inspire and encourage every one of you to make sure that you're ready for it. So we're going to ask the welcome team to come down now. They're going to have pens. And if you need to fill in anything, just put your hand up and somebody will give you a pen. And you'll be able to do that. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to head back over to Ian, take this moment to have a little chat with somebody next to you, and we'll come back in just a few minutes. Thank you.
Okay, you can start to draw those conversations to a close. I'll give you a second. Esther is making jokes about how quickly I can get places, or rather how slowly I can get places.
20 seconds to walk to the front.
I hope you're going to be more compassionate than this when you graduate, Esther.
Okay. That's nice.
Esther's going to be a doctor one day, but she's already got a first-class degree. Most people take 3 years to do one. Esther did one in a year, which means that when she graduates from medical school, she'll be better qualified than me, and I've been practicing medicine for 10 years. Isn't that incredible? Thanks for making me feel a bit educationally inadequate, Esther. So, fantastic. Definitely the smarter one out of you and Sam. He called me a psychologist the other week. He had it coming for a long time.
Oh, Phil.
I mean, it's a good job he's good looking. That's all I can say. Anyway, hopefully that's enough time
Moving
to fill
on.
in.
Yes.
Sorry?
I said moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah.
We're going to send the containers around. Hopefully that was enough time to fill in what you needed to fill in. If you didn't get a chance, then you can always hand it in at the coffee area. They've got pens at the Next Steps area and at the coffee shop. So if you didn't get a chance to fill in a welcome card, for example, you can take that to the coffee shop unfilled in, and we'll give you a chance to fill it in there, and then we'll take it off you and swap it for one of our specialty coffees. But while we are sending the containers around, we wanted to give you a heads up about a couple of things, one of which is coming up in just a few weeks' time on the 13th of May. We want to take the opportunity to have a new to church party. This is kind of like an after party. We're going to be having a lunch after our morning service, after our 10:30 service. And really, it's an opportunity for anyone who's recently started coming along to church to get a little bit of a better idea about who we are, about what we value, about what kind of defines our culture, a little bit more about what makes us tick. And we don't maybe have time to always talk about all of those things explicitly on a Sunday on the platform, though you probably have seen what we're like. Maybe understanding what's going on underneath that. We haven't always got time to talk about it, but actually we can have a bit of time over some lunch to hear from Pastor Tom and hear a bit more about what makes us who we are. So that's going to be on the 13th of May. If you're not someone who normally comes along to the morning service, you know, it's well worth getting up, coming along at 10:30. We'll have lunch afterwards, new to church party. We'd love you to be there. If you've got a friend who's recently started coming along, why don't you bring them along? It might even be an excuse for you to sneak in and have lunch as well yourself. So that's on the 13th of May. It's a new to church party. Be there. It's going to be awesome.
Amazing. And something else that's coming up this summer is Hillsong Conference. Said Hillsong Conference is coming up this summer, guys. You can be a bit more excited. Amazing. It's something we can all be a part of, and we've got a little promo video to show for that just now.
Sometimes I wonder, is there more? Do you dare to believe there's more for the church? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
So one thing that I love about conference is that we get to go down as a family, as a church, and we get to sit together. So you don't want to miss out on that. You can still book as part of the Proclaimers group. There's a code that is not on the screen, but will be on the screen. And after the service, you can head to the Next Steps area. And if you want to book tonight, you can do so. Someone can help you out with that. But don't miss out on this incredible opportunity that we have to go down as a family, as a house, and be part of this amazing, amazing conference.
Fantastic. But right now we're going to continue to worship. So why don't you guys stand to your feet? I'm going to hand over to the band.
Let me at the sinner's table. I found you waiting by the well, unexpected. You were chase your voice through the dark. Fix my eyes on the unexpected, in the wonder of your shadow stare. So take another step. You never left the lost forsaken. Your mercy paves the road ahead, unexpected. You are always good. You are always good. Lift up your hands and sing. Light up the way of your heart. Move me like you do the mountains. Move me like you do the wind. And I'll chase your voice through the dark. Fix my eyes on the unexpected, in the wonder of your shadow stare. And I won't be afraid. In every way, you never fail to have your way. Dear God, and I'll sing your praise. Fix my heart to yours, ready for the unexpected, ready for what you will do next. I can't explain your heart or dare to trace out all you are. But when I think about the road you took for love, I know your grace will stay the path. Sing out. Light up the way of your heart. Move me like you do the mountains. Move me like you do the wind. And I'll chase your voice through the dark. Fix my eyes on the unexpected, in the wonder of your shadow stare. And I won't be afraid. In every way, you never fail to have your way. Dear God, and I'll sing your praise. Fix my heart to yours, ready for the unexpected, ready for what you will do next. So take another step. We need no other hiding place. Our hope is safe within your name. This we know, this we know. Come on. You promise never to forsake. What you began, you will sustain. This we know, this we know.
Every voice is singing out.
I will call upon the Lord, for He alone is strong enough to save. Rise, your shackles are no more, for Jesus Christ has broken every chain. Yeah.
the heavens and the earth. Announce the fullness of your worth. This we know, this we know.
Come on, church, lift your voice.
And every enemy will flee as we declare your victory. This we know, this we know. Alone is strong enough to save. Rise, your shackles are no more, for Jesus Christ has broken every chain. I will call upon the Lord, for He alone is strong enough to save. Your shackles are no more, for Jesus Christ has broken every chain.
Yeah. The name of Jesus has power. Do you believe that? We are going to sing that Jesus' name will break every stronghold. So lift your voice, lift your faith, lift your expectation tonight, and sing it with passion. Come on. Jesus' name will break every stronghold. Freedom is ours when we call His name. Come on. Jesus' name above every other. Oh, hail the power of Jesus' name. Sing Jesus' name. Jesus' name will break every stronghold. Freedom is ours when we call His name. Jesus' name above every other. Oh, hail the power of Jesus' name. Say, oh, hail the power of Jesus' name. Shackles are no more, for Jesus Christ has broken every chain. Thank you, Jesus.
Right now, church, in this atmosphere, we're going to take the time to pray. We're going to take the time to lift up our requests to our God that can break every single chain. I don't know what's going on in your life right now. I don't know what situation you're facing, what hardship or trouble you might be going through right now, but our God knows. Our God knows exactly what's going on in your life, and He loves you, and He's there for you, and He's carrying you through for whatever that is. You know, I love that we have someone that's thanking God, and they're thanking God for being there with them in the good times and in the bad times, for helping them to be surrounded by people that can be there for them. You know, amongst the praise reports, we always have people that are praying for stuff. They're asking God to work in their situation. We have someone praying that they'll pass their driving test. And we have someone that said that God stopped me from committing suicide once, and I ask that He does it again. You know, we believe in a God that with Him all things are possible. In Him there's nothing that's too small, too big, or too hard. We believe in a God that works miracles in our lives. And right now we're going to take that opportunity